Hi, Ron from Clarity. This video will demonstrate a few of the workflows from HubSpot to Sage 100. This video will demonstrate our bi-directional ability to create users, push products, pricing and inventory, and finally process sales orders between HubSpot and Sage 100. Now the first thing to note is that Clarity is both a HubSpot and Sage 100 partner. So while this demo just shows a little of what the integration can do, as a certified partner, Clarity can do so much more with both applications. This means that we can integrate HubSpot CRM with any ERP, web portal, or line of business application, as well as integrate Sage 100 with any portal, CRM, or other application. To begin with, we'll start in Sage 100. Going into item maintenance, we'll start by creating a product called Demo HS or HubSpot product. We'll add a description, select the product line, and assign a retail price of $10. We'll pop out to the master item list, scroll down, and verify that our Demo HS product has indeed been created in our master product list. Next, we'll look at our Connect Hang Fire dashboard, where our two integration workflows are. Typically, these are triggered by an application in real time or run on a recurring schedule, but I'm triggering them manually for the integration demo. I select the HubSpot Sage 100 Process Products job and click Trigger Now. Now to show you what's actually happening, we go to the Jobs queue, down to Processing, and we can see that our job was just triggered. Drilling into the job, we can see that it scanned Sage, found 111 products, and is in the process of syncing them all to HubSpot. If I pause briefly, you can see that it grabbed the products alphabetically, and here is our Demo HS product in the mix. Starting back up, you can see that in just over a minute, it succeeded in processing all 111 products to HubSpot. That would typically include whatever fields, pricing, inventory, and other information we would add to the endpoint request for your integration needs. Now we open up our HubSpot dashboard, hit refresh, and up pops our Demo HS product. So now that we have our products in HubSpot, let's navigate to our contact records. We see that only our developer has a user account. So we'll click Create Contact and create a contact record for our Demo HubSpot user. We populate the email, phone, address, and website URL before clicking Create. Now that we have a user record, we can assign or create opportunities, quotes, orders, and more. We'll add a new deal to this contact record in our HubSpot CRM, assigning its stage in the pipeline, the deal type, priority, and finally select which products are part of this quote. As you can see, these are now the 111 products that were just populated from Sage 100, which are now available to include in a quote or sales order. We'll pick a simple binder, then click Add a Quote to make this a custom quote that can be emailed to the customer. Here's a preview of the quote that we've generated with the quote details. We do a final review and generate the quote. Back to Connect, but this time we select the HubSpot Sage 100 Process Quotes job and click Trigger Now. Again, we drill into the active process to watch what it's doing. First, we see that it found one quote to sync. However, we can see that when it tried to sync the quote into Sage 100, the user that we just created in HubSpot doesn't exist yet, so it can't attach a sales record to a contact record. As part of this custom workflow, our developer also added the functionality to automatically create the customer record in Sage if not found. You can see here the customer ID from Sage now exists. The process also syncs back that ID to HubSpot, and finally, the Sage sales order is created. Finally, we'll validate that our user and order were both created in Sage, so we launch the customer inquiry screen, scroll down, and see that our new Demo HubSpot user has been created. Loading that user, we click on the Sales Order tab to see if we have any orders associated, and here's our order. We drill in and check the line items within the order and see here's our $28 binder that was in the original quote. validating the user and order that were created and synced from HubSpot. So to review what we saw today, we started by creating a new product in Sage 100, then synced it along with the entire product catalog of 111 products into HubSpot. We then went into HubSpot and created a user that we could associate a deal with. Once the user and deal were created, we generated an official quote. When pushed to Sage, the user record was created and synced with HubSpot. And finally, the sales order was associated with that newly created user. So that's a quick demo of Clarity Connect, integrating a HubSpot CRM to Sage 100 ERP. Thanks for watching.